We have all waited for quite a while till Xiaomi, one of the largest smartphone makers in the world, releases a new flagship phone, the Xiaomi Mi 5. Hey, what is up everyone, this is Linus, learn more in the full review. The phone comes in a colorful box and the contents of it include a charging brick, USB Type-C cable, SIM ejector pin and some documentation. The Xiaomi Mi 5 is a beautiful and well-crafted device and you will notice that as soon as you pick it up. One of the main highlights is a curved glass panel on the back. It not only looks great but it also helps with the grip. The metal frame, which is also curved on each side of the phone, goes around the device and it has a lot of premium look and feel. The usual buttons are on the right and they are very tactile. However, I found the power button to be rattling just a little bit. The dual nano SIM card slot is on the left. Unfortunately, Xiaomi Mi 5 does not have the micro SD card slot for storage expansion. We have a 5.15-inch 1080p display. Xiaomi decided to stick with a Full HD display and that's okay for me because the panel is bright, sharp, it has great viewing angles, colors, and it is a very high quality display overall. The front camera has 4 megapixels or ultra pixels we should say. Besides some other usual stuff, we have a notification LED light which can be highly customized as on the majority of Xiaomi phones. On the bottom, we have nicely backlit capacitive buttons and for the first time on any Xiaomi phone, we have a physical home button which also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. A great feature is that the home button can be also just tapped but not necessarily physically pressed. The scanner is fast and accurate but it does not work straight from the standby mode, meaning that you should press the home or power button first. The backplate is nice to look at but it is a huge fingerprint magnet. As for camera, we have a 16 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture, optical image stabilization, face detection autofocus, and dual-tone dual LED flash. On the top, we have a headset jack and the IR blaster to control the TV or other devices. On the bottom, we have a mic, loudspeaker, and the USB Type-C port. Overall, the phone looks great and it feels like an expensive device and it sits comfortably in the hand. The only shortcoming is a slightly rattling power button, but it is far from the deal breaker. The Xiaomi Mi 5 ships with the MIUI 7.2, which is built on Android 6.0. You have to keep in mind that the phone is still running on an early software build. In fact, I received 3 huge software updates in the last 5 days and that means that Xiaomi is working hard to fix any bug it finds. If you're familiar with the MIUI, you'll feel right at home as there are no major changes. All the apps sit on the home screens, you have your notification shade and quick access toggles which can be highly customized. The multitasking window has been improved. It now shows the preview of the app, not just an icon as it used to be. We have quite a few built-in apps. Some of them are great but others are just a bloatware but they can be easily removed. The Xiaomi Mi 5 can be highly customized. You can choose from a ton of wallpapers, a huge variety of themes, fonts, assign different tasks to capacitive buttons, and do other things to make the phone look your own. It is worth mentioning that the phone has around 26 gigs of user-available storage and the RAM management seems to be pretty good. Most importantly, the UI is running fast and fluid. I didn't have a single hiccup or lag and I'm really happy with the performance. However, I noticed that Google Chrome loads pages really slowly in comparison to the built-in browser. Anyway, I hope this will be fixed with the software update soon. When it comes to the sheer power, the Xiaomi Mi 5 has top shelf specs. I have a standard version of the phone, meaning that it has a Snapdragon 820 chip with a clock speed of up to 1.8 GHz, 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, which is, however, non-expandable. I spent quite a lot of time playing Asphalt 8, Nova 3 or Modern Combat 5 and I can tell you that this phone handles all games very well and the graphics look stunning. However, the device gets a little warm quite fast but it does not overheat and that's the most important thing. The sound via earphones is very good. It is crisp and clear, and the volume output is very loud that I could not listen to music for a long time at the highest volume setting. The loudspeaker is pretty good too. It is loud and the audio is clear. However, I would love to hear a little bit more depth. When it comes to the camera app, we have a familiar, fast and responsive user interface. The shutter as well as the focus speeds are fast too. We have some shooting modes, and just to name a few, there is a manual mode if you don't like the auto mode, and the fisheye lens mode if you feel creative. When it comes to the actual image quality, it is really good. The daylight images have plenty of detail, the colors look natural, dynamic range is usually handled well, and the contrast levels are decent. The indoor shots taken in dim environments have less detail and more noise, but still look pretty good. Well, I had a few blurry shots, but the lighting was really poor. The night shots look pretty good too. I took all the pictures side by side with the Samsung Galaxy S7, and obviously, they don't look that good, but knowing the fact that the Xiaomi Mi 5 costs half the price, the night image quality is pretty good. As for selfies, the pictures look great and it will be more than enough for social media.
Hi everyone, this is Linus and this is a 4K video sample of the Xiaomi Mi 5.
The 4K video has lots of resolved detail and it looks quite sharp. However, the footage looks quite shaky despite optical image stabilization, and the continuous autofocus could be more graceful at times. Same can be said about the 1080p video.
Hi everyone, this is Linus and this is a 1080p video test of the Xiaomi Mi 5.
Another shortcoming is that the audio quality could be better, and sometimes the audio sounds a little bit distorted. The 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz Wi-Fi is working fine. Also, the Bluetooth connection is good and the GPS is fast and accurate. In addition, the signal reception is great. However, the earpiece could be a little bit louder. The 3000 mAh battery performs okay. I used the Xiaomi Mi 5 with auto brightness feature on, and I can say that my usage involved a lot of demanding tasks. I could reach over 4 hours of SOT while mainly browsing the web, making calls, checking social media, and taking some pictures. I believe it is still possible that we'll see a slight improvement with the feature software updates, and I would love to see at least 5 hours of SOT on this phone. A great thing is that the Mi 5 supports Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0. I could fully charge the phone in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Also, the phone takes little power on standby. In my test, it used just 1% of power in 7 hours with the Wi-Fi off and all the apps closed. So, there we have it, the latest and greatest from Xiaomi. The Mi 5 is a fantastic device and it offers quite a lot of flagship grade quality features for a lower price. It all starts with a beautiful design and great build quality despite a bit rattling power button. Also, the display is near excellent, the UI has tons of features but it is still running fast, and the 3D gaming performance is great. In addition, we have a really good camera, which is very hard to beat in this price range. On the other hand, you have to keep in mind that the phone is currently released in the Chinese market only. Sideloading Google services is not an issue, but you will still have some Chinese aspects left in the phone. In addition, make sure to check the 4G compatibility in your region. Another shortcoming is that the fingerprint scanner does not work straight from the standby mode. Last but not least, the battery life is good, but it could be slightly better. At the end of the day, the Xiaomi Mi 5 still runs on an early software build, and we all know how much of the difference that makes. Still, the Xiaomi Mi 5 can be easily recommended for those who are looking for a top-shelf phone which does most of the